They did not. They messed this up. There you go. Whew. Thank you. Thank you. You know, standing here, it's just mind-blowing. It hits a soft spot because I once sat in those seats listening to other graduates tell their stories. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think it would be me standing on this stage telling my story. This is an imaginary outcome. This feels like winning the lottery. But winning the lottery involves luck. I've been lucky many times in my life, but I truly believe we create our own luck by staying positive and controlling what we can, our actions, our character, and who we become. You cannot pick your parents. You cannot pick what neighborhood you're born into. What you can't control is your attitude and how you adapt. That defines us. I was born in a family without a father. I lived in an attic with my two brothers and my mother, who had no education, can't even see her, and didn't speak English. It was just us, no cousins, no aunts, no uncles, no family foundation whatsoever. We lived in a gang-infested neighborhood, 50th and Pulaski, 9 miles from here. In the heart of the Latin King territory, Crown Town. It's known for unspeakable violence and mayhem, baseball bats and bullets to the head. My mother was terrified and never let us leave the house. She made a living selling tamales. They were the best tamales in the world. She didn't just sell them on the street corner. She walked door to door. I used to go with her. I had to go with her. I was her 8-year-old translator. We wouldn't go home until she sold them all, sometimes after dark. Later, she worked 12-hour shifts at a styrofoam factory making cups. She worked the night shift so she can send us to school and back. She worked hard to give my brothers and I a better life. She even worked out a deal to send us to St. Gall Catholic School, which I loved. Great teachers, great education. School was never an issue for me. I was a great student. School was my sanctuary. My mother's night shift, it worked out when we were young, but it became an issue once my brothers and I became teenagers. My older brother got involved with the Latin Kings. When my mother went to work, he went out with his crew. But he was my role model. The way he dressed, the way he acted, the way he talked, the colors he represented. Naturally, I followed him. He set my path. He got in trouble and got arrested and was kicked out of school. The principal referred him to Mercy Home, but it didn't work out for him. He was brainwashed and simply didn't want to change. For me, being in the gang wasn't about being tough or holding guns. It was more about a unity, the neighborhood status, being out with my boys. It's sad to say, but that was my after-school activity. Your kids were probably playing basketball or video games. I was out there, just tagging walls with graffiti. But I kept it all for my mother. She saw me as the hidden gem in the family because I did well in school and wasn't following my brother's footsteps. But really, I was. It became harder to hide my gang activity as the violence got worse. I got jumped, hit over the head with bottles, stabbed, leaving me with wounds and scars, both inside and out. My mother got suspicious. Let's call it mother's intuition. But I still denied everything. But she did too. A year later, when I was 15, I couldn't hide my secret any longer. I was walking home one night with a friend. Our rival cars rolled up and bullets started flying. I got shot in both legs. I collapsed and crawled behind the car. Then I heard the door open. The shooter gets out to finish me off. I closed my eyes. I did not want to watch him kill me. At that moment, all I can think about was my mother. I felt like I was done. I felt like this special person who gave everything for so much to end on a street corner. Then, by the grace of God, a patrol car pulled around the corner. The shooter jumped back in and drove off. I was inches away from death. This was my wake-up call. I just wanted out. I just wanted it to be done. Done with the games, the violence, the constant lying. An ambulance took me to the hospital. Doctors wanted to call my mother, but I lied. I said I didn't even know where she worked. I didn't want her to see me. I checked out on crutches, even though I wasn't supposed to. Eventually, I told my mother everything. I didn't have a choice. I couldn't hide it anymore. Of course, she was happy I didn't die, but she sunk into a depression. She cried all the time. Those were dark days. At that time, I was a sophomore in high school. Needless to say, they kicked me out in fear of gang retaliation. That broke my heart because my mom used all her savings to get me into that school, and it was all gone, wasted. We had nothing. I was an emotional wreck. I was depressed and had nothing going for myself. Then I asked her, what about Mercy Home? But she denied it. She denied it at first because my older brother, it didn't work out for him. Her pride was on the line too. But I begged her. I needed to get away from the environment. I needed a fresh start, a positive place. I reminded her about my little brother. I didn't want him following my path to the gang, making it 3 of 3. Sons in the gang. That was it, though. That changed her mind. My mother and I took buses and trains to Mercy Home. I was on crutches and in so much pain. The gunshot wound was bleeding. One bullet was still lodged in my leg. I literally cried the whole way. My mother said we couldn't turn back, but I was desperate and determined. When I got to Mercy Home, I was sweating. The pain was just unbearable. Then this big, bulky dude just started talking to me. He looked like a football player, Then I thought, who is this guy? I don't know him. Why is he being so nice to me? Little did I know it was Tom Gallardi. The guy who oversees all of the youth programs. And he's been my advocate ever since that moment. I came from a place where being a man is about being tough, having to defend yourself, your name, your reputation. When I came to Mercy Home, that went all down the drain. I didn't have to worry about gangs. I didn't have to watch my back. I let go of that macho front thanks to many people like Gallardi. He's been a huge influence, a father figure who made me feel okay with expressing myself and just talking about my emotions. Tom, he has this charisma. Whenever I talk to him, he just motivates me. I used to pop up in his office all the time, even though I got in trouble, a lot of trouble, for not even making an appointment. But he never closed the door. Mercy Home structure, it was hard at first. I absolutely just hated it. It took me a long time to shed the skin of my old life. But little by little, it helped me realize what's important. Naturally, my priorities changed. I committed to bettering myself. And once you show that commitment, Mercy Home staff will fight for you for life. People like Naya, Dennis, Claire, people who helped me get my driver's license, a bank account, life's simple essentials. They taught me the true mark of a man is found in his work ethic, holding yourself accountable, working for your school, grinding for better grades. Mercy Home got me back in school, and by my junior year, I was getting straight A's. I had a 4.0 and on the honor roll. I even got invited to join the National Honor Society. I didn't even know that existed. But I was in it 110%. I was even mentoring to younger kids. I was clutching it. I had it made. Then by the weekend of my junior prom, I made a bad decision. And all of the progress went up in flames. Just poof, gone. I fell in with some old friends who were still active in the gang life. Even though I knew better, I tagged along like an idiot. I got in their car and went on a robbery spree. I got swept up in it and got arrested. It's still hard for me to talk about today. Once again, I had to learn how to cut ties. I had to cut ties with the old street life. But they never go away. They're always there tempting you, lurking. It's so easy to slip. But Mercy Home taught me you cannot live in both worlds. So there I was, 17, facing 3 felonies. Shit. Sorry, guys. Mercy Home had every right to give up on me. But instead of letting go, they just held on tighter. Jail was terrifying. I was locked up with guys twice my age. I was skin and bone, scared and afraid. I had many dark thoughts. I didn't want to see anyone like this. I denied visits, even from my own mother. Then I got a letter. It was my first outside contact. It was from Gallardi. He said, "The Mercy Home family loves you and always will. We believe in you. You are a part of this family and have a responsibility to get back up and start living right. You need to stand up, choose life. Life represents hope, and hope is inspired and strengthened through commitment, hard work, dedication, day in and day out." That letter was my spark of hope. Mercy Home gave me the confidence and faith to live another day. You know how the phoenix rises from the ashes? That was me. Mercy Home, along with a team of advocates, they literally helped me rise again and stay risen. Granted, I was on house arrest for 3 years, okay? But I was home. Mercy Home helped me develop skills to resist temptation and understand that education was my way out. But I was expelled. My academic was closed. Then Father Scott popped in. He saw the promise in me and opened a door to St. Viator High School, his alma mater. And that school kicked my butt. woke up at 4 a.m., 3 hours there, 3 hours home. I did all my homework on the train ride. But I dug deep. I passed all my classes and graduated. I was so proud to have my mother see me graduate, the first in the family to do so. And there I was, at my graduation ceremony, standing in line by myself. My mother and I didn't realize she was supposed to stand in line with me. Then out of nowhere, Father Scott popped in again and stood in line with me. He hugged me and told me how proud he was of me. You know how that felt? To have somebody in your corner believing in you? Talk about a father figure. That's mine right there. Right there. Stand up. Right there. Father Scott, thank you. I love you so much. Support like that gave me confidence to be bold, to be better. I wanted to go to college and make my mama proud. So I applied. When the acceptance letters started rolling in, I couldn't believe it. My mother was tearful when I graduated high school. But college, that's winning the lottery. My mother is here today. Well, Mom, levántate. Lo hice, terminé el colegio. Te quiero mucho. Today, I am a college graduate from DePaul University. And my little brother, he followed my path after all. But he didn't join a gang. He followed me to college. He's a sophomore at DePaul. Now, to all the graduates here today, keep grinding, build foundations, build relationships, be committed even to the smallest rule. It all counts, trust me. Trust Mercy Home. Mercy Home opens doors for you that you don't even know exist. Never forget that. Let those doors open. But those doors do not open without having great donors. When I lived at Mercy Home, every year we wrote thank you letters to the donors. Some guys didn't take it seriously, but not me. I put my heart into those letters because without the donors, there is no me. There is no Mercy Home. There is no you in this room. I always wanted to know the donors who I was. So today, I finally got my wish. It's finally nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you for saving my life. Thanks to your support and Mercy Home's never-ending love, I am a phoenix, rising from the ashes. Thank you. Thank you.